Melted and Decomposed is a sophomore full-length album from Sanctuarium, a Barcelona, Spain-based death doom metal band, and I would say an old-school death doom metal band in spirit and in influence. Most of their work kind of began treading the line between something like Autopsy and Disembowelment to start, and then it moved in a direction that infused a little bit more of the romanticist or British death doom style from the early 90s on this record. I wouldn't say they've gone full melodic death doom at all, but I'm thinking more along the lines of the earliest work from Cathedral and Paradise Lost, now fusing into their sound a little bit more. And they've kept it guttural, they've kept it infused with actual death metal riffing to the point where this feels distinctly old school, and it's differentiated itself a bit more from his other projects, of which there are many that I could list here. And I do in the review if you'd like to check those out. But otherwise, let's cut to a clip here and just focus on kind of the sound of this record, the production value, and the combination of subgenres that makes death doom interesting and aggressive at the end of the day. So last year I was enthusiastic about Into the Mephitic Abyss, the debut album from this band, and one that showed that he really understood what old school death doom metal should sound like and what the combination of genres should be in terms of actual doom metal riffs, actual death metal riffs, and how those pulling from the old school influences really makes a difference rather than going with whatever's popular right now. And so instead of sounding like just kind of the usual Hooded Menace influenced type thing that pulls from Paradise Lost but also classic Finnish death doom and stuff like that, this record is related to that type of thing, but it has a specific pure underground touch to it. You know, maybe they've dug as deep into the past as Spina Bifida, Dutch death doom in general. Bands like Mourning come to mind at times, but overall, there's still this. They're not really touching upon the Celtic Frost side of things so much as a little bit of Severed Survival, some of the guttural nature of like Gormant, and overall definitely something that has doom metal riffs in the style of the 90s as well as death metal riffs. So this is a cavernous, dungeonous recording. It has a very dark production value to it. It doesn't sound like it was necessarily preened over, or there wasn't a ton of thought put into either the arrangement of these songs or just they don't want to clean up the edges so much that it didn't sound like it was a classic old and filthy kind of thing. So some of that is the artist producing a lot of projects and just kind of cutting them quick and putting them out in a certain style and wanting to sound a certain way. And that's really admirable. And I think that if you found there were too many rough edges on the last record, they have cleaned it up a bit on this one. So if you're the fan who went as far as the demo level of death metal in the 90s, and you really are looking for that authentic, gritty, that kind of sound, I think this catches onto it really well, and it avoids a lot of the gothic affect that a lot of those bands picked up along the way. Check it out. I think if you're a fan of death doom metal, you'll appreciate this band. It's not the fastest, it's not the slowest, it's not the loudest, it's not the craziest, but overall, there's a great atmosphere here, and they've got songs that they put into this thing that make it all work. So check it out. See what you think. It releases on September 3rd, and you can check out my review right now and see what you think.